All right, let's turn our attention to the forecast on this holiday weekend. The weather has been pretty nice, very warm. Those clouds are looking a little ominous at this 5 o'clock hour, but the storm chances are really more for next week. That's what we're really seeing on the forecast. Corey Reppenhagen joining us now. A lot of barbecues going on, my friend.
Yeah, we had great weather for those afternoon activities outdoors with the barbecues. The watch party barbecues on the patio tonight could get a little gusty and sprinkly in spots, but really it's a very dry weather pattern, and that's going to continue till about Wednesday. You can see these clouds up here above the city. The rain not quite making it to the ground in most places, just a bunch of gusty wind underneath those storms. There's a couple of spots getting some drops of rain here. We're in the 70s and even 80s across the Denver metro area right now. A live look at radar. You can see that the Arvada Golden area just got a little bit of a shower. Highlands Ranch. These are very quick, fast-moving showers, so not a huge impact for you. So those afternoon barbecue watch parties for the Avs are going to be just fine, as really not a whole lot across the state of Colorado right now. It's a very dry weather pattern. Going into Memorial Day, it's going to be the very same thing. Sunny skies in the morning. We're looking at a temperature of 85 degrees tomorrow. Mostly sunny conditions with those afternoon showers will be exactly like they are today. I'll detail that a little bit more, especially what lies ahead of this weekend coming up in the full forecast. It's just a few minutes away, Jenny.
All right, Corey, thank you. We are learning more today about the man shot and killed near the White House yesterday during a confrontation with Secret Service agents. Sources tell NBC News the man's name is Nasir Best, and court documents show the 21-year-old had other run-ins with the Secret Service on at least 2 occasions and also had a history of mental health concerns. Investigators say he was shot as he approached a security checkpoint outside the White House and opened fire on officers. You can hear it on a video caught by NBC correspondent Julie Sirkin.
What is that? What is that?
Secret Service agents fired back and hit the man, and he died. The agency says somebody who was not involved in the shootout also got shot, a bystander. They're now in serious condition. It's not clear if that person was shot by the Secret Service or the suspect. President Trump was at the White House when that shootout happened outside. He was fine, and nobody inside the White House got hurt. And no Secret Service agents got hurt either. The Trump administration is now releasing $40 million that will help the state of Colorado buy water rights on the Colorado River. The Shoshone Power Plant near Glenwood Springs has some of the oldest water rights on the Colorado River. It means the plant's water rights get priority in times of drought. Counties on the western slope want to buy those rights from Xcel, so a future buyer cannot take them. But it is not cheap, costing $99 million. The Biden administration had granted $40 million under the Inflation Reduction Act, but the Trump administration has been holding up that funding ever since. Now the federal funds are returned. The coalition of water districts trying to buy up the Shoshone water rights are only about $2 million short of their goal. After losing their stage to a fire, City Park Jazz is hoping the public can help keep that music series going. Back in March, Denver Fire responded to City Park and found that bandshell in flames. So organizers had to pivot, and pivot fast. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry joins us live from City Park tonight. The first show supposed to be at that bandstand, Jaleesa, is coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, Jenny, the first show is scheduled for June 7th, and you know, this event usually attracts thousands. So organizers were able to secure a mobile stage to keep the series going, but setting it up and breaking it down comes at a cost they hope the community can help with.
There's something fitting about jazz on a Sunday morning. The smooth sounds from musicians that tend to know how to wing it.
Improvise, exactly.
David Flomberg just didn't think he'd have to adjust to this.
As you all know, the bandshell at City Park, which was built in 1929, replacing a slightly older one, was burned down in March, and that was a big hit.
In late March, Denver Fire responded to City Park just after 2 in the morning. They found the bandshell engulfed in flames. Less than 3 months before City Park Jazz was set to start their 40th season on that stage.
There was never a moment of despair. No one was throwing their hands up. It was pure problem-solving mode right out of the gate.
Organizers were able to line up a mobile stage to get through this year's 10-week series, but it comes at a cost they're hoping the community can help with. On Sunday morning, the music inside Dazzle carried more than notes. The show was part of a fundraiser to help with the expenses City Park Jazz now has after losing the bandstand.
I just love music in general.
Mickey Dubois knew she wanted to help.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So did Allie Storman.
And when we have a great park like City Park and the bandshell, it's really an opportunity to bring the community together. So great entertainment, great atmosphere.
The diversity it's really reflective of Denver. People from different walks of life, and it's truly accessible. That to me is like the best part about it.
Music can move more than bodies. Sometimes it has a way of shifting the soul. Organizers hope they can keep doing that without missing a beat.
And there isn't a better example of community than what you see at City Park Jazz.
Now, organizers say using that mobile stage will cost them about $40,000 to $45,000. And Mayor Mike Johnson was actually at today's fundraiser, and he said that the city was working hard to find money to rebuild that stage. It's worth mentioning that Kyle's Word of Thanks campaign contributed more than $72,000 to the Denver Park Trust to help cover the cost of the rebuild. Jenny.
That just shows, Jaleesa, how many people wanted to see this back up and running and rebuilt as soon as possible. There was a lot of questions at the time of that fire. Where does that stand? Do we know yet what caused that fire in the first place?
Yeah, last we checked, that fire, the cause of that fire is still under investigation.
Okay, very frustrating, but thanks for that update of what everybody's trying to do to help, Jaleesa. One of the biggest road races in the country returns to Boulder this Memorial Day. Tomorrow is the 46th running of the Boulder 10K. Every year, more than 50,000 people run through Boulder before finishing in Folsom Field. The first of 95 waves of runners. That's a lot of runners. The first wave starts at 6:45 a.m. And once the running is all done, then a special Memorial Day tribute will take place at Folsom Field starting around noon.